This episode is brought to you by Cruising Bears, a global travel community built on giving bears, chubs, and chasers the ultimate vacation escape. Visit bigfatgaycruise.com for details. Welcome to the Big Fat Gay Podcast, where we talk about the things that are weighing on our minds. My name is Michael Willer. I am a chubby chaser, and today I am a very, very excited World Cup boy because even though this is going to be airing about a month from now, it's World Cup weekend. The final is tomorrow. Currently, France and England are playing each other for third place, which is hysterical. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to watch it tomorrow with my little sister. It's going to be great.
Yay! My name's Don. I'm a big chubby guy, and today I am the other Bennett brother.
But that's it. Okay.
That's it. I'll let people read into that.
All right. I'm Dan Oliverio, author, public speaker, and certified chubby chaser. And, today I am just very impressed with myself because I know who's in the World Cup final. Yes, that's right. I know two of the countries and have heard of them both.
One of them's is Spain.
España and Argentina.
I'm Trevor Keyson. I'm a super chub, and today I watched half of Undertone yesterday.
The name of the movie is Undertone?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to watch the other half tonight, so I'll have finished it by the time the World Cup has...
What's it about?
What the hell is Undertone?
What's Undertone?
It's like a horror movie. They're taking a while to get to it. It's she's a podcaster, which I was like, oh boy, it's like a podcast.
Who the hell
horror movie.
a goddamn podcast?
There's spooky sounds, but we're taking a long time to get we're 30 minutes in, and it's like, okay, some spooky sounds are happening.
And we're back. If you don't listen to Cutting Room Floor, you won't understand what that means. But we just went on a 45-minute tangent about. Let's start off by thanking our regular listeners. You guys keep the show going. It's been 6.5 years. That's freaking insane.
What?
6.5 years that we've been doing this show.
No me digas.
And oh man, Bigger Vegas. We're going to do a live episode next year. It's going to be great. Anyway, so thank you for listening and keeping us going. Our patrons on Patreon help support the show, keep the editor happy, and doing all the lovely things that we try to do on a regular basis. We want to thank Cruising Bears for sponsoring our episodes. It's an incredible help to us. Their High Bear Nation cruise is coming up in January. It's a 10-night Eastern Caribbean. I was trying to remember how to pronounce Bimini because I read it as Bimini.
That is a lovely morning dish.
10-night Eastern Caribbean and Bimini Beach Club Miami round trip cruise starting on January 25th, 2027 and ending on February 4th. You can use the link bigfatgaycruise.com to get yourself your tickets. We will have some level of presence on this cruise, I believe. We haven't fully
and they'll
settled.
be serving biminis with caviar.
I hope they have peach biminis.
Peach biminis.
I love peach
That's
biminis.
where it comes from. It's Bellini. Anyway.
And I'm going to wear my itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bimini. Get yourself a yellow polka dot bimini at
Bearskin.
Thank you so much. You can use the promo code BigFatGayPod at Bearskin to save 15% off of your order of underwear, swimsuits, all kinds of fun garments. You can also use the link on our website, bigfatgaypod.com, to use the link to get yourself a Big Fig mattress if you would like. Gives us a little kickback and supports the show. We also have our Discord where all kinds of fun episode discussions and other resources are available to you, so you can check those out. And now let's get to the damn show. I know for you it's probably only been 2 minutes, but for us it has been 45 minutes.
Penguins are putting out their cigarettes, waiting on us.
Oh shit, they're on. Go.
Well, to start off the day, we are going to a lovely article at Playbill where we're talking about Chrissy Metz on Broadway.
That's right.
For those of you who don't remember Chrissy Metz came to national attention in her role in
This Is Us.
This Is Us. Thank you. I kept thinking The Best of Us. I don't even know where that came from.
She was the fat girl in This Is Us who in the second season got a character.
Now, I never saw it, but I know her from American Horror Story.
Yes.
circus?
No,
Carnival.
sideshow.
Sideshow.
Sideshow?
I thought she was great in that. In this article, she talks about her new show, being in the show
And Juliet.
And Juliet.
and Juliet, a jukebox musical. I'm only familiar with it from what she said on Jimmy Kimmel. So,
Jimmy Fallon.
what do you know about the show, Dan?
So, Anne Juliet is a reworking, very much reworked, of Romeo and Juliet, as you can tell by the title, in which Shakespeare's wife says, "Hey, Will, why does she have to commit suicide at the end? I've got a better ending." And so she reimagines the play Anne Juliet, with Juliet as the protagonist and escaping her ugly marriage to Paris. That's one of the other Shakespeare characters, by going to Paris and the city, not the romantic interlude. But anyway, it's and hilarity ensues. But the reason it's a jukebox musical is because every single song in the show, and there's like 20 of them, is a pop song.
Right.
I
It's
see.
like Mamma Mia, but not
Yes.
all ABBA.
Exactly. It's like Mamma Mia, but it's not all ABBA. Exactly right.
And she's also got a streaming service show as well.
Yes, Nocturne.
Nocturne, which is
On
totally
Apple
different.
TV, I think she
Yes,
said.
Apple
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Which means it's smart.
Which
She
means
is
she's
busy.
back.
Yes.
Which is nice.
She is working.
Because I remember after This Is Us ended, like she put out like one Christian movie
Yes.
about a kid drowning.
Maybe a
Breakthrough.
couple.
It was the kid fell through the ice and was like in a coma, and
I feel like she
prayed
did
by side.
at least one of those, if not a couple of them.
Oh, and she was also in a movie about one of the big California fires, not the one from last year, but
Yeah.
one of the previous
forest
ones.
fires.
Yeah.
Right. You're right.
So she's been working, but these feel more in the mainstream, kind of like you
Yeah.
know, in front and center.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And we just watched the interview she did on Jimmy Fallon, and it's fun. I wish he would just fucking let people talk. You know, like he's
a talk show host, so he has to talk.
yeah. The attention span tolerance is very low.
I also can't unsee the chair.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
the chair's tiny.
Watching the interview, Chrissy Metz is charming and lovely, and those of us looking at the seat she's in couldn't stop seeing that chair.
It's tiny.
It's tiny.
Well,
and she looked like she was angling to try and
she's doing that thing that a lot of fat people are familiar with, where you have one butt cheek in the chair and the other is just magically levitating.
I mean, but these chairs are always small, and there was a point where this was years and years ago at this point, and my mom was watching some, like I think it was maybe Good Morning America or something, and there was a fat celebrity on. I can't remember who it was, but she called me, and she was like, "I was watching Good Morning America, and they put that poor so and so in the most uncomfortable chair. And I want you to know, when you're on Good Morning America, you have to tell them that you can't be in that chair, because anyone would be uncomfortable in that chair, but especially whoever this, I can't remember.
I think that would fall to your personal assistant, Dan.
Yes.
I mean, it's on the one. So I'm curious though, because like the choice. Usually these shows have more than one guest, and oftentimes they're on like one comes on, and then the next segment they move over, and the new guest comes on and is interviewed, but there's another guest there still, and so you have multiple chairs, which means if you want to provide a chair that's comfortable and big enough for her, you replace it, and then you have very obviously different chairs, or you have both chairs replaced so that they look the same, but then they're also both big, which means it's too big for the other guest probably. So do you call attention to it, or do you just hide it?
And here's what I think.
It's a guest's call, I would say.
I will bet you that somebody said to Chrissy Metz, "Would you like us to switch out the chair?" And she said, "No, I'll be fine," as many fat people do, because it just causes a circus on stage it's a thing.
I would do the same.
You would do the same. I know you would, Don.
You're already in like on performer mode to dealing, you're already tolerating discomfort just by having to kind of perform in the talk show.
Well, and standing in the spotlight, you're going to be aware that anything you ask for makes you a diva. One step closer to being a demanding guest. And when you're representative of a minority, you don't want to be that person.
Nobody would see the chair switch except the studio audience. But Michael is right. It would be obvious in the video where it doesn't match. I think you're right, Don. I think she's like, you know what? I'm here 7 minutes. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping that there would be like a clip of her, because I haven't really seen her sing. And I would love to see her singing.
Well, she was talking about how much of an uphill climb it was to do a Broadway show. Because, yeah, you sing in your shower. Yeah, maybe you do some karaoke. But a Broadway show 8 days a week
she was a choral singer. Like, even being a choral singer, to make that step from that over to Broadway, intimidating.
No, and anyone who's carried a show on, I mean, even not on Broadway, just anything that performs 8 days a week, is a grueling, physical, demanding schedule.
Yeah. I admire it.
Yeah.
Jeez, lots of energy.
Check Chrissy Metz out in Nocturne on Apple TV. And is she? I know she's a limited run of her on Broadway. She'll
September 13th.
Oh, okay, so you could go get on that plane, get those tickets, go see Chrissy Metz and Juliet as Angelique, and just go right now. Listen to this.
What are you waiting for?
You're already on the plane.
She's there till when?
Through September 13th.
September 13th.
Is currently what they're reporting. Yeah,
We're going to go and we're going to take our Eagle Express. Fat Watch 2026.
Pivoting from Playbill to Psychology Today, we have an article about an experiment telling us how AI-generated bodies affect how we feel about our own bodies.
Yeah, not surprising.
Yeah.
So this experiment, they took 291 women aged 18 to 31 years, completing questionnaires measuring their current body image, and then having them be exposed to AI, showing them 20 images that were created using Gen AI. And they had two different types of...
They had three groups.
There are three, yeah.
Okay. There are three groups. There's one group that is shown AI images of really like super beautiful bodies.
Like societally expected sort of idealized bodies.
Then there's another that shows AI more diverse bodies.
Yeah.
And then there's a group for the control group that's just shown pictures of like really good looking towels.
Still AI generated, but just no bodies at all.
Yeah, no bodies at all.
Yeah.
They're just pretty things you'd see in a catalog.
Yeah.
The one example of the Gen AI like women they showed, Michael was talking about how it is so just like Terminator,
it's
what
in
you
the
see
article,
before you die.
Yeah.
It's the creepy. Her legs are way too long. And to complete the experiment description, though, half of the women were also told that the images were AI generated, and the other half were not.
Yes.
So you get a number of different subcategories and different findings. And yeah, Trevor was describing the picture they have at the top of the article of an AI generated woman who looks like a Terminator.
Yeah. But the point is, the result was, unsurprisingly, the women who knew that it was AI generated felt a little bit better, and the women who presented images of more diverse bodies also felt better.
Mm-hmm. And the women who saw the idealized body types felt worse.
Yes, and it was proportionate. They felt worse in proportion to how much they already worried about their own bodies.
Yeah.
So basically what that meant was it was aggravating existing damage wherever possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they also share an example of one of the diverse bodies, which I would argue is still very kind of idealized. So it's a fat woman cooking, but she's very cinched kind of in the middle, and like her boobs are pushed up. She has very like model hair.
And her arms
makeup.
are sort of tucked in, kind of, it feels like it's sort of hiding the actual shape of her figure. It's mostly boobs that you're seeing.
Yeah.
It doesn't show anything below kind of midsection waist height because she's standing behind a countertop. Like, it hides a lot of the rest of her body.
Well, but I think, and I wonder, are they always showing the fat bodies cooking? Are they always showing the thin bodies working out? Are they always showing the women with like the generated women with glasses in a library? Is it stereotypical like that?
I would hope they would compensate.
I
for
doubt
that
it.
sort of thing.
And the other thing that is interesting is that it's sort of the physical representation of the good fatty. Like the fat woman is attractively fat and cooking and chopping vegetables.
Yeah, they don't show every image they use. We just have those two.
Yeah.
So it's a little hard to like judge the entire thing based on very, very generic descriptions.
And it's a small study. So.
And it's the 291 people, which is, not nothing, but definitely not.
Well, and also, and all women. And also, I don't think there were a lot of images, like 20 images.
Yeah. 20.
But given even just how small the study is, I think it is telling just how this small experiment impacted the people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's so many layers to it, because it's like I'm curious what the prompts were, because you create a prompt to generate the AI image.
Yeah.
And
true.
like what the prompts are, and like what biases the people creating the prompts have
Yeah,
about
exactly.
fat people or thin people or just like idealized. Like there's so many layers to it, and it's all just so weird.
Yeah.
And
Fat slob chopping pork. You know, I don't think that was one of the problems.
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked if it were.
But it's just so, I don't know, grim, but also gratifying, because it's like, okay, so like it is terrible, like it is bad, is like kind of the takeaway from this like small experiment. Like, okay, no, like, so this is bad for us, but
The article, I don't know that they were necessary. It said explicitly that this can be leveraged in a way such that we can choose to show diverse bodies, which we are showing will have a benefit to people, as opposed to choosing to show non-diverse kind of stereotypical bodies, which is clearly harmful. Like they're kind of trying to use it in a way that would be like, if we're going to have to do this at all, do it this way, not that way.
Well, and one of the key reasons they did the study is this is, if not the first, one of the very few studies of exclusively generated AI images. So it's not just social media, like, oh, look at this influencer who blah, blah, blah. It is an AI generated image. So they wanted to see what is the impact of AI, because every single image was AI. And that's sort of what they're looking at.
Yeah. So I don't know. I suppose, I don't know if this quite qualifies for something, but it's not. I guess
not surprising.
Like if anyone actually takes that advice to heart and acts on it, then that's a net improvement over what they were going to do.
And
it does feel like the essence of confirmation bias, though. Like it's everything I expected to show.
Well, but it's important because when someone says, well, how do you know that? You have something you can point to.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
So looking at AI and what is attractive and not attractive and to whom is it attractive, we thought we'd do a little talking about romance, both on the first date and on the 57th year. Rekindling romance in the case of long-term relationships, and also a little bit of circling back to what is it like to be on a first date, the idea of butterflies.
Yeah. And the excitement.
And the excitement is that, and some people find butterflies debilitating, and some people, like, fear and excitement is a fine line.
I'm curious. So butterflies means that nervous energy in your stomach when you're looking forward to seeing someone or dreading seeing them. Now, I'm curious, like for me, when I'm going out on a date with someone, the butterflies are positive, right? For me, it's nervous, good, giddy energy.
Well, we only call them butterflies when it's positive. Nobody says, I'm going to get my tonsils out and I have so many butterflies.
I have heard stage fright being related to as butterflies in the stomach as well.
But again, that's positive.
Not in their context. But I can understand that. But is there a term for negative butterflies?
Yeah, nausea.
Anxiety.
No,
upset stomach.
Upset stomach. Okay.
Stomach and knots.
But
Nuts,
the question I have, so it's like when you have your first date with someone coming up, I get giddy, good energy, butterfly energy.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
Do any of you not get that? Do any of you encounter the negative butterfly energy?
Oh, come on. The introverts are terrible at this.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
I would say it depends, like, because, if there's like meeting someone new and you're like, if I've set it up like, hey, like this is what I would prefer an experience to be like, and I want to like have some time to like talk and hang out and like get to know each other. Like if you do it that way, then I definitely feel a lot more. And especially if we've had a chance to like talk online first, so that you go into meeting that person with an established dynamic, much more feeling like sort of confident and excited.
What would the other way?
I have also gone into like first meetings with people with a lot less of that groundwork set.
Okay.
And so then where it's sort of like I'm meeting them and learning who they are a little bit on that first encounter, then that's very much like that can be nerves
Because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
That's interesting because it's similar for me. I get the positive butterflies when I feel ready and I'm looking forward to meeting the person. If I feel unprepared, I don't get the negative. I just get more of a, okay, well, I'm meeting someone. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
Oh, no, it swings the full other direction for me.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I am kind of, maybe it's not surprising to you two, but I'm like, yeah, Dante, I'm there on the same page here.
I mean, I've had where I've been excited and then the person is so different in person.
Oh, that happens.
That it like just completely, it's like, I am not prepared and I am not equipped and
There are definitely people who show up completely differently in real life than they do online. And both good and bad ways. Like there are people, I've met people on like, okay, I'm going to take a date with you, but boy, your online stuff is really crappy, but you're kind of hot and I am curious and you do live close. And then like, oh my God, you're wonderful.
Yeah.
What the fuck was all that shit online?
I had exactly that experience where it was somebody I was meeting up with, and he, up to that point, only wanted to communicate through Snapchat. And and I say communicate with a very massive quotation marks around it. And and so to me, it's like very disposable media, disposable communication, not really for me. And I went in very
trepidation.
A lot of trepidation around it. He was lovely.
Yeah.
Like, and super easy to connect with, immediately like open and generous and like talked and like immediate connection. And so like that I think was a perfect example of going in, not knowing what to expect and feeling nervous. And then it just immediately flipped.
I have to admit, I've had a few of those and they annoy the shit out of me because they're the reason I keep responding to subpar personals when they reach out.
Because you hope for the best.
Yeah, like, okay, well, this guy was freaking gold. Maybe you have the same crappy camera angles. Let's see if you can do it.
Once you know it's possible, then you can't just filter out all of those sort of crummy examples because maybe one of them will be okay.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, I gotta say, I do have certain, I wouldn't say litmus test, I don't know, standards. Like, if you can't do this, if you can't do that, if things, just how they show up. Like if someone only wanted to, like, do you have Snapchat? No. Next. Well, I only Snapchat. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're not talking. Bye.
Yeah.
Like this idea, because it's so, to me, it reeks of closet. And it's not that, look, if you're closeted, that's fine, but I'm not doing that.
For me, it's always WhatsApp. They always want to go over to WhatsApp. And if I hear WhatsApp, I assume you're a scammer or a bot. Right away.
I assume you're from out of the country or...
Anyway, returning to butterflies.
I'm
Butterflies are free.
Don, because in the conversation about this, you were talking about trying to bring back the butterflies, save the butterflies.
Save the butterflies.
For kind of like, people who are kind of in your rotation on various cycles where you go whatever time without seeing them.
I have a couple friends where it can be years before I see them again and they come back into my life. And I'll be honest, I actually love those friends because so much has changed for them by the time we reconnect. And it's sort of like you have all the benefits of the positive benefits of the familiarity and the positive benefits of a new person.
So it's like friends, but with benefits. Is that close?
Similar in that direction. That's an interesting concept.
Somebody should coin that.
I think there's also just kind of like Bigger Vegas is coming up next year. And there's like
that's a great example.
Event people where it's like, I feel like it's like camp friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to see my camp friends. And like,
And so like with some of these friends, like, it's wonderful to see them again, but sometimes I don't get the butterflies anymore. Right. And the connection will still be good. The sex will be fine. But that extra little charge from that, it's just gone from those times. And like I've been thinking lately about how to try and recapture that for some of these guys. And it's weird because it feels like everything's there. It feels like everything is fully engaged and wonderful, but that butterfly element's missing.
Well, I want to try to connect that because I think it's also similar to, like, Trevor and I have been married for 10 years and together even longer. And I think of it this way, because it sounds analogous to what you're talking about. For me, what keeps it fresh is the little teeny things. And it's also what I enjoy about a first date. This idea that I'm going to discover something I didn't know. Or I get fascinated with people. I think that part of being an extrovert, maybe, unless you're that kind of extrovert who just likes to talk and like showboat.
We call them narcissists.
Yes. But if the kind of extrovert who is sincerely interested in other people, like I like going out and meeting people because I get to meet people and find out who they are and talk to them and who are you? And you love that? That's amazing. Tell me more. Where you were drawing it out of them. And I think that is also what one can bring to a long-term relationship obviously I'm pretty clear on who Trevor is, but I always like he'll make a joke or he'll make a comment. I'm like, oh my God, I know you were brilliant, but you're so brilliant. Like he'll just sort of like, I don't know.
Surprise you.
Yes, but not in a surprising like, oh, I didn't know, but like oh, right, there it is. Boom. You know, it's just so you get to re-meet them in certain comments or in certain situations. And it's just lovely. It's almost like being reconfirmed. I don't know. How do you say it, Michael?
Yeah, I have a very similar experience too. So my partner, Michael, and I have been together for 6.5 years-ish, something like that. And there's definitely that, like, you know, you're well out of the honeymoon phase by that point. You're well out of the, like, you know, obsessive butterflies, that kind of thing, and into, like, settling into your routine. And then there's sort of the grappling with, like, but you know, what you're used to be that, like, you know, constant butterfly thing. And then you kind of have to, like, sort of see what it's growing into.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you're, like, I'm not saying this is what you're dealing with, but just like in my experience, kind of trying to like hold on to the, like, I used to have like constant butterflies and that sort of like rush and the pheromones and the hormones, like that kind of thing. Like, I think it is very natural for that to move into a new phase, which is that comfort. But once you're in that comfort and you transfer it over, and if you're not used to that, which I'm not really used to that, it can feel kind of like it new in a confusing way, or new in a, like, I don't, what is my new mode here? How do I, and then, and that's when the things that Dan is describing start to hit you, and you start, like, but you have to see them.
Yeah.
Like, you can
and appreciate them.
Yeah. And you have to, like, kind of call them out for yourself. Because if you just take it for granted, or if you just sort of skim over those things because you already know them, or you think they're already familiar enough, I don't know, like, it's like a shift in viewpoint almost. It's like,
to me, I think this is what it is quintessentially. And Trevor, I'm sure you have examples of this in me, where there's two ways. There's two ways to look at, like, that long-term thing, which is like, oh my God, there he goes again. And then there's the other way, which is like, oh my God, that's so him. That's so perfectly him. Where it kind of delights you in a way. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think, Don, in the case of the guy, I think because you have this, what's those movies where it's like the couple that, like, they meet and then it's like they have a night together or day together, and from the 90s.
I mean, they're like, rom-com, but
it was like the kind of rom-com dramedies where it was
like
When Harry Met Sally.
one night in the world, that kind of thing.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Where it's like, because
very 90s, yeah.
this relationship with this person kind of, and that intimacy exists within your time with them, you kind of lose the butterflies because you're not getting that constant thread. And I think it's something where I've had that when I've had someone who's, like, been a return guest and I don't have that excitement, that feeling until I'm with them again.
Yeah, there it is.
And we step back into that dynamic.
Yes.
And that moment. And then I get to see all the changes and see what's the same and what's different. And
and reconfirmation.
Yeah.
That you loved in the beginning. Yeah.
I want to underscore what you just said, Trevor. I think that's very spot on. And what you said, Dan, about the familiarity breeding the butterflies again.
Yeah, it's like you rediscover it.
When I got together with this guy, I definitely did not have the butterflies moving up to the moment, and I was aware of it. And I thought that was a little strange, but I was able to reclaim them during our time together by discussions of little things. And it is very much what you were saying. It was the time together after the anticipation was gone. I didn't have my anticipation anymore, but I got the butterflies back during the encounter.
And that
was
identify.
lovely.
Yeah,
that was lovely.
I think it's in a lot of ways it's to do with curiosity, or the opposite of curiosity, which is like assumed knowledge. Like, oh, I already know this about you, so when something occurs that could easily just fit into what I already know, you could just sort of like lump it in with, like, yep, that's who that is. Or there, like the example in my head is so Michael and I, when we were first dating, we would send like little clips of us like singing a song back and forth. like just, I think it started with him. Like
Very
it
Stranger
was-
Things.
Oh yeah, kind of, very much, yeah, over the radio. But now, like, it'll be like I'm in my office because we both work from home. So I'm in my office kind of working on my thing. And then I'll hear him down the hall in his office singing along to a song while he's working. And so I could very much just go like, yep, that's the thing he does. But I don't know, the like conscious kind of like, it's the echo of that thing that used to kind of be butterflies. But in a new context, it's now just like, I don't know. It's like a reminder of how we've grown together and kind of just
the soundtrack of your life too.
Yeah, yeah.
Something that I used to tell my students a lot was, because I've done a lot of teaching, in case for those of you who don't know, like 40 years of teaching, like a student would go like, "This is boring." I'm like, "There's no such thing. Boring does not exist out there. Boring is a weather condition in your head." And I said, the way you know this is because the most fascinating thing that you have in your life, your favorite video game, your favorite movie, is completely boring to somebody else. So it must not be that thing that is exciting or boring. It's what you bring to it. And I think that's absolutely true of people as well. You can go on a first date.
True.
You can go on a first date with a quote unquote boring person, but it just means you haven't found the interesting thing about them to you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the experience of like meeting someone and not really, like, you can see they're a fine person, but you don't have that spark with them?
Yeah.
And then like your friend meets them.
Oh, and
they're swept off their feet. And like trying to see that person through your friend's lens can be an interesting experience. And sometimes it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. But I like that. I like someone being able to show me another side of someone they're fascinated with,
This is a weird parallel, but I think you'll get it at least.
Okay.
That's very much my experience of like trying new role-playing games where I don't necessarily want to just sit down and try random games with random people, but if somebody has a favorite game that it's like their whole thing, then I want them to show me their game.
Absolutely.
Like tell me what you love about this. I want to experience it through your eyes.
Because they'll walk you down the path they know so well, and that they're going to show you the landmarks that show you why it's amazing.
Okay, but then why is that? I'm not disagreeing with you, but it just occurs to me, this is the same, but completely different. Like Trevor absolutely does not want to watch The Magicians with me because I'm too excited about it to show him.
Oh, no, I do get that.
Or like, let's say you're going to go to, like, do you want to go to Disneyland with a Disney head, or do you want to go there with someone who has your similar level of non-experience?
I don't think there's a universal reason for that. I have a similar thing with that that you're saying Trevor does with you to musicals, right?
Yeah.
Because my father tried to jam musicals down my throat with a stick, just
because he was a good man, Don, a good man.
But that created a situation to me where if you come at me with a musical the wrong way, I'm going to fight you. Hands will be thrown.
In support of your theory that it's not always the same reason, my exact same sort of gut response of like somebody's coming at me really hard with they love this thing, like, you gotta see this movie, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie or show or whatever, it takes me back to being a kid when my childhood very much was separated from pop culture. Parents wouldn't let us watch TV or certain movies, and so my experience of that was always, wow, you haven't seen that? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
And you are deficient.
And so it is this ingrained response that I have to fight if I want to try and actually hear what the person's telling me.
And that is a very older, younger gay thing. Like, oh my God, you haven't even seen All About Eve? How do you not know who Judy Garland is? Oh my God, you awful thing, you.
It's that. It's
I don't know, but I was very ingrained in pop culture, but my thing was all the pop culture stuff I consumed and liked, it was like no one else at my school knew about or watched. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then there would be just the monolith culture things where like I would, like with the Harry Potter books, like I liked them, but I was like, everyone else was like obsessed. And just like, I remember trying to talk to this girl, Colleen, and just like, oh yeah, like I read the new Harry Potter book and let it, oh my God, I know, isn't it so great? Like I would be this and like, I want to go to like Hogwarts and I was like,
and that's like, you and me and the Magicians, isn't it?
And one, just like with so many shows where like Game of Thrones, like there was a point where it was just so like it was Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like it's just like I'll maybe get to it at some point. I got to it during the pandemic and I couldn't get through the first episode. Or like Lost, when Lost was really big, I eventually, like before the last season, got into it and I just isolated myself to watch it. And I'm like, okay, I can get into this now.
I feel like we're sort of on a tangent, but I feel like this is still relevant to like the overall
because
discussion.
everything we're saying about movies and pop culture is applicable
it
to
applies to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the reason why I bounce off of stuff that people
Thrust
recommend
upon
a
you.
little too hard is that oftentimes I've almost always been on the slower side of picking stuff up. It's always years after it was popular. And so when people are actually telling me about these things, it's usually at the height of popularity when everyone else is already, it's like in the zeitgeist. This is what we all do. It's less of a thing now because you don't have people like locked into like a TV schedule where it airs, you know, like you can kind of just find stuff now, but it still happens. And then you have the like, you haven't participated in the culture and the zeitgeist, and therefore you're out. It's well, and it occurs as homework. You have to catch up now. And so I already have the inclination of I want my own experience of a thing. I when I watch movies that I'm already interested in, I already know I want to see them. I don't want to hear from people about that movie, good or bad, until I have a chance to watch it for myself. Because I just want my own experience without the context, because the context always affects your view of it. Even if it's the content, like you watched the Odyssey and you were talking about how incredible it was to be in a theater full of wonderful audience members. Yeah. That context elevated the experience for you. If it had been the opposite, it would have been a fight. It would have ruined it. Yeah.
So our podcast guest, Sam King.
Oh, yeah.
From Cruising at Large, we were friends, and occasionally at like events and stuff, I would like talk to a guy and then like, I feel like he'd be good for Sam. And for a while when like I would say to Stan, like, oh, like you should talk to this guy. Like, I think you guys would have a good time.
Just like trying to set people up matchmaker style.
Yeah. Or just be like, oh, like I know what Sam's tastes are and everything. And he would like try to pry stuff. I'm like, no, just talk to him. Like, I think you'll have fun. Cause he would want to like know all the details but I don't want to color things or anything. I just like, go talk to him.
Go experience that person for yourself.
He'd usually be like, okay, you were right. Like that was a good recommendation. And I think there's like when you try to fix people up, I think when you get to the magicians about it, like when you type too much or you're like, you say you'll like this person because of this. And I know you are this way and they're that, like when you try to pre-build the relationship, I think it can, I don't know, sour things or color things and get people in their head about it.
I have at least my version of that I'm identifying is it's the sense of like somebody that you care about, whose opinion you trust, is telling you so hard that they love this thing that they think you'll love, that they want to experience with you too. And there can be a sense of pressure around if you don't have a positive reaction to it, that there is a disappointment or a missed connection.
You've disappointed them. You're not who they thought you were.
Yeah, like it just feels like a bad. Yeah,
I can measure what you just said in butterflies. So I was thinking about what Trevor said about you. And so it occurs to me, I have never in my life been hooked up by anyone, which I wonder what that says about me. But it occurred to me. It occurred to me that if I was being hooked up with someone, right? Like if my friend set me up on this date with this person and said, I think you two will like each other, I think I might actually have the anxiety butterflies I've never had before.
Yeah, there's something at stake.
That would scare me.
Yeah.
Like I would still do it, don't get me wrong, but it would scare the shit out of me.
I mean, I will say that guys ask me to hook them up with other people a lot. And I used to do it. It never went well. And I realized why. Because inevitably, like, I'm pretty sure the two of you get along fine, but then inevitably, one or both of them would have like, well, yeah, I didn't like this. Oh, yeah, I didn't like that. And I realized that that's kind of why you're alone, isn't it? And it was the thing of the postulate I came to was, if you are asking me to hook you up with someone, it is never the case that you don't know enough guys. It is never the numbers. It is never that, oh, you know 20 guys and I know another 20 guys and your odds will be better with 40 guys. That is never the solution. And it's never the solution with numbers games. Like people are like, oh, there's no so-and-sos in my hometown, or the men in this town are blah, blah, blah. And I always say, everybody says that, and yet there are people who are married in your town.
See, I've been in the opposite situation where there were two people I knew and they wanted to get together and they both approached me separately asking what I thought. And I knew both of them and I knew their flaws and their flaws were very not compatible. And I couldn't say, I didn't want to be like, well, so-and-so's this way. Like, I didn't want to air their flaws. I was like, I don't know if you're a match. Like, he's really great and you're really great. And I was like, talk about both of their qualities. And I'm like, I just don't necessarily think it's a great pairing. Like, I don't, but.
So you did discourage it?
I discouraged both of them and they did not listen to me. And
they never do.
Went spectacularly terribly. And when the day they broke up, one of them called me and they were just tearing, like, I can't believe this. Like, well, you should have stopped me, blah, blah, blah. And as they were calling me, the other one started calling me on the other line because they both wanted to come. And like, I tried to warn you. I didn't think it was necessarily a match. And like, I tried to say something and you didn't.
Wow.
And it's,
Jesus
I think it's hard because there were butterflies on both sides in that situation, and I did not want to stomp them.
Betrayed by their butterflies.
And I think there's also the thing when you have a friend who is really into someone that the butterflies have taken over. And you try to stop it, and that makes the butterflies are like even stronger, and they're like, no, we can win. Our love story will be the greatest love story ever told.
Because that's the real butterfly effect.
The real butterflies were the love we lost along the way.
So guys, any last minute thoughts on rekindling butterflies when maybe the butterflies are on the wane, or any advice on stoking butterflies if you're feeling maybe they're for something new, if you're not feeling them yet?
My only real take on like trying to rekindle butterflies is I wouldn't necessarily think about rekindling so much as just finding what's new. Like, and if there's truly nothing new going on for that person, I would argue that they're just hiding it.
Yeah.
And I would say it the other way around, rather than rekindling or this, because that's always coming from a place of something missing. I would say, think of all the wonderful things that you've always known about this person, and then go look for them when they show up in person. Just think of all the wonderful things and then go, yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep,
and
there it is.
Just enjoy it when it happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be any deeper than that.
I love those ideas. Yeah.
I mean, this is, I don't know, it's a little bittersweet, but so Dan did a reading the other night at the Wallace where he teaches. There was this stage stories.
I did a reading of one of my stories.
Yeah. And there were people sharing stuff they had worked on at the various classes at the Wallace. And there was a woman who was sharing a story about, it was a story of her romance with her husband, and then they broke up, but then he would still drop by with bagels and the New York Times under his arm. And then he passed away, and just all she wanted was him to show up with bagels in the New York Times.
Yeah.
And I think just
smart.
like thinking about just those little things that are just little, I know the tiny little moments like we've talked about where you fall in love with a person again, or it's just a little moment you can have. And just think about those little things that make you happy and just appreciate them. And those, the butterflies are there.
Tip, we've got Bigger Vegas coming up next year.
We do have a tip. So this is just like a little, I don't know, random thing. I have recently found a shoe company that they specialize in shoes basically for bigger feet. Whether it's you have size 16 or you need 6E width. The brand is Drew. It's drewshoe.com.
How do you spell Drew?
Drew, like Nancy Drew, but just the Drew. And just as a fat person, as fat guy with wide feet, I previously just would exclusively buy New Balance.
Yeah. That was my go-to as well.
Until they became narrow.
Yeah. And these are even the wide shoes, the the base wouldn't be wide enough and I'd like roll my ankle. These give me so much support and just they're like really lessen the impact of my steps. Just the shock absorption is really good.
Nice.
They have a lot of styles. They're not super fashionable, but they have some that are more fashionable than others.
Yeah. I would argue more fashionable than New Balance.
Yeah. If you're not going to have a scooter and you're going to be walking around Vegas, maybe get some Drew shoes for Bigger Vegas 2027.
Can I just say how excited I am that we only have to wait 2 years between Bigger Vegas instead of 3 this time?
And it's only 1 year from now.
Yeah, it's only 1 year from now.
A year from now, we will have already been to Bigger Vegas and been like, when's the next one?
When's the next
Yay.
one? Oh, we're going to do a live episode. All right. Bit.
Today, since we were talking about butterflies, and I know I can get some butterflies when I'm giving gifts to somebody.
Okay.
So I went through a list of some of the worst Valentine's Day presents that anyone has ever given. And I've arranged them. I'm this game is partially for me this time around.
Okay.
I've paired them up into groups. I'm going to ask you, which one would you rather have of these two? I've tried to arrange them in groups where I think there will not be a 100% agreement. So if you guys are divided, I get a point too. Right?
And is it for Valentine's Day or just as a gift in general?
Okay, so these are failed romantic gifts.
Okay.
Which of these are worse? All right, 1. A framed photo. Oh, and incidentally, all of these are actual gifts I got
that you
off
got.
of various websites of people comparing bad gifts they got during
Oh, so this didn't all happen to you?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are all gifts that exist out in the internet that people have received. Okay. 1, a framed photo of themselves or a living pet.
Oh, pet. Jesus Christ.
What a terrible idea. Oh my God. My roommate at one point, his girlfriend broke up with him and gave him a cat. Not the cat they owned, a new cat.
A new cat.
Oh, as like a punishment?
No, as like a breakup gift.
Are you also a pet, Trevor?
The fuck?
Yeah.
What is-
Okay.
What? A breakup gift? What is
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, you're going to be alone
This is like
forever.
breaking my brain. Like,
Without
what?
me, you will die alone. So I'm giving you a pet.
Hi, I'm leaving you, but I got you a cat.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Okay. A gym membership or a self-help book.
Ooh, gym membership.
Gym membership, I think.
The gym membership is gifted, so it's already paid for.
We'll assume at least 1 month.
Oh, no. It depends how many months.
Really?
Because
it
I
bears on
think
what
1 month is like doubly insulting.
Then you have to pay for the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1 month, but it's also the initiation fee. So, you're in.
What is the self-help book?
Something genuinely of use to you over something that they accused you of being the reason why they want to break up with you.
Oh, well, arguably both could be that.
I think if the gym membership puts you on the hook to have to keep paying for it, then that's fucked. That's
Hardcover or softcover.
Oh my God.
No,
Okay.
just because it's really, I feel
Really?
like
It
it
makes
is.
a difference?
I think the 1 month gym membership, it depends on the book. Because
We'll make it nice. We'll make a nice hardcover book with gold page tips.
oh my god.
I think that's still the gym membership.
Thank you.
I think
I think gym membership, if it's not fully paid for,
There's no way it could be. Well, whatever.
Okay.
Yes, the gym membership
you can
is a
buy
terrible
someone
idea.
a year of a gym
You
membership.
could
that-
prepay a year
yeah.
and nobody would do that.
Okay.
No,
Cleaning supplies or
it's passive aggressive.
any item out of the clearance bin from CVS.
Ooh. I still
Discount
think it's
sticker still on the bottom.
I still think it's cleaning supplies.
I think probably also cleaning supplies
It's bad, but that's worse.
because that's just such a passive aggressive message.
Come on, Trevor. Am I getting a point this game?
I mean,
Chalky Palmer's chocolate.
with the discount
The
sticker?
bloom still on there. Discount sticker on the bottom.
Well, it's bloomed. It's fresh.
I guess
think
technically cleaning
the
supplies,
supplies,
you could
just
still
'cause-
use them.
Thank you.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I think the cleaning supplies.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Dan, we're picking the worst gift.
I'm saying the cleaning supplies.
Okay, yeah, just clear.
All right. Last pairing, gentlemen. Okay. Dental hygiene gift basket
What the fuck?
or a realistic heart made out of real meat.
What? That's
which is
so
the worst
weird.
gift.
Which is the worst gift?
Oh, clearly the meat heart, because how do you fuck you get rid of it?
Well, I assume you eat it. It's
How
made
the
of
fuck
real
you get
meat.
rid of it? Yeah, a lot of times for me with gift, because Trevor knows I don't really love stuff as a gift. It's more like the worst gift is the one that's harder to dispose of.
Yeah.
I mean, the meat heart, I think, is easier to dispose of.
Really?
You just throw it out.
Oh,
Just put it
please!
in the
Like,
trash.
oh yeah, I'll just put that in the trash can for a week.
I mean, I think meat heart just because it's like gross.
It's gross, but there's no implied insult attached to it. It's not like I feel like a dental hygiene basket
Thank you.
is.
That's what I was thinking. It's a direct insult.
It's just
you know?
telling you like
You got janky teeth.
yeah, like whatever you're doing with your mouth ain't enough. Like that would make me very insecure. I think so. I think the basket. I'll give you a point. You got a point.
There you go. There you go.
Yay!
Although the regifting possibilities are higher with the dental kit.
Yeah.
All right. So, dear listener, have you received a very questionable romantic present from someone? Trevor, where can they tell us all about it?
We're on Instagram and Blue Sky as @BigFatGayPod. Give us 5 stars and a review on your preferred podcast platform. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/BigFatGayPod. See the article we talked about at www.bigfatgaypod.com. Baby, maybe you are just the chalkiest, most left behind, bloomed chocolate box, and you are just languishing at the bottom of the clearance bin. And it's even Valentine's Day, and no one has picked you.
Oh, it's so
and it's so
sad.
sad. And you're just, and the Easter stuff's on top of you, the Christmas stuff, you're left behind. But there's a hand just digging, and it pulls you out. You're in the light, and it's someone buying you, and you are in trouble. So,
What?
Watch out, I guess.
Where is this going?